My name's Christopher Jones. I'm the Director of Advocacy at Florida Legal Services. The large organization is also an impact advocacy organization like our project was, but also does legislative advocacy. Had a really robust community justice program that did community lawyering, and in retrenchment we've lost some of that capacity. Race is intertwined with poverty at every intersection in Florida, and if you want to impact either, you have to impact both, and I think it's something we haven't done well enough. Retrenchment over the last few years has cut our staff down and has made it a very insecure place for newer advocates, so we've lost a lot of newer people who brought diversity to the program. So while we retain a lot of expertise and a lot of institutional capacity, we are a very white and old and gray organization, and we face with that internal struggle, and we've lost our community organizers by and large. We've lost a lot of our paralegals and our outreach staff, so we're in an organizational position where the challenges are mounting, where we have these sort of existential challenges to the program that make it a little harder to break out and get back into the community. But those are challenges we're actually very aware of, and can happily report that the Florida Legal Services Board of Directors, for the first time ever, changed our mission statement to explicitly include racial justice.
I'm Murph Eman. I work at Columbia Legal Services, and I'm in their Institutions Project, and we focus on fair sentencing, humane conditions in prisons and jails, and positive reentries for people coming out of institutions or who have criminal records. I think there were two main focuses. One was to figure out what we could do internally inside our organization to promote race equity, and then in the broader access to justice community, what we can do to promote race equity in the organizations that we work with. And then within our own work, we do a lot of work around prison and jails, and because of the disproportionality in the criminal justice system, the majority of people we talk with and work with are people of color, and there's huge race equity issues. But to specifically focus our work and target it on specific issues and make sure that we're considering race throughout the process. I think just how pervasive racism is and how subtle it can be, and also how overt, and that it operates on every single level and almost in every way that we can think about, that the economic system, the housing system is all racialized, and that we have to dismantle it, and that poverty and racism are inextricably linked, and we can't do anti-poverty work or work with dismantling institutions like the criminal justice system without using a race equity lens. There's no way to do it, and that we have a lot of work to do to make even folks in our organization and in other organizations aware of that issue.
I'm Naika Thompson. I'm a staff attorney with Connecticut Legal Services and our Children at Risk unit. So we are looking at the disparate treatment of youth of color in the juvenile justice system and with education, and we're trying to reduce the number of suspensions, expulsions, and arrests for men of color. And we're also looking at it through a mental health lens as well, because we feel a lot of the issues that they're being suspended for are a result of undiagnosed mental health issues, and so we're looking at addressing that. And today we discussed possibly aligning ourselves with the school, so we're going to focus on a school and try to put in some type of mental health clinic or some type of program where men of color feel comfortable going in there to talk about their issues when they're escalated, and so hopefully that program would help them de-escalate so that their behavior doesn't lead to like a suspension or expulsion. And if there are factors outside of school that are leading to the suspension, expulsion, or arrest, then that person, that mental health professional, would be able to help them with that.
Morgan Craven. I am the director of the School to Prison Pipeline Project at Texas Appleseed. So I work specifically on school to prison pipeline issues. So that's anything that pushes kids out of school, and mainly that looks like exclusionary discipline practices like suspensions, expulsions, and placements in alternative school. And then contact with school police and court contact, and all of that leads to increased likelihood of contact with the juvenile justice system, the adult criminal justice system, and all sorts of negative outcomes. So I came to the Racial Justice Training Institute specifically focused on that project, since it is what I spend my time doing, but also I really want to explore the ways that other focus areas interact with school to prison pipeline. So for example, I'm here with a colleague who does housing work, and those two issues are so closely tied. And so I'm excited just to focus on my issue, but also explore the interactions with other issues as well.